What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about BRs, and I want to talk about Call of Duty specifically. Now, as you guys know, I'm a Call of Duty player. I love Call of Duty for one main reason. I can get in, I can get a bunch of action and very short matches, and have a blast while doing so. But this year with Modern Warfare, it seems like the game was a lot slower on the multiplayer side, and it seems like it catered to the noobs and for the campers, which threw me off because usually every single game mode, or every single game, I guess I should say, for Call of Duty caters to everybody. You can camp, you can rush, you can play passive. It doesn't matter how you play the game. Usually you can get your playstyle out in whatever you're playing. But for Modern Warfare, you're really restricted to what you could do on the multiplayer side. You know what I'm saying? You're restricted to how you can play, how you can encounter people, how you can push people. You have to do everything in an orderly fashion. You can't just run and gun, mindlessly run around and see if you can pluck people off. It doesn't work that way in Modern Warfare. And I think, personally, that these Call of Duty games that have been coming out, like Black Ops 4 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, have been revolving around the BR. And it doesn't seem like multiplayer is their main focus anymore, which honestly is not really that good if you think about it when it comes to the core Call of Duty fans. Now, if you're a BR player, you probably don't care. You know, this doesn't really bother you. You don't really care about how the outcome of the multiplayer side is. As long as the BR is fun, then it's whatever. The BR is fun, you're all good. But when it comes to core Call of Duty fans like myself, I enjoy the multiplayer experience. Now, don't get me wrong, this video isn't a hate video to Warzone, like I've been saying. I'm having tons of fun with this game. Probably one of my favorite BRs out there right now, and I'm still having a blast with it. I guess everybody's honeymoon phase is slowly wearing off, but for me, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's probably one of the best BRs I could possibly play, and I just know how to play it very aggressively. Maybe that's why I like it, because I can get around the map very easily, play pretty aggressive, and have a good time with it. But Modern Warfare, when you play the BR, when it finally came out, Warzone, you noticed, you could see that everything that Warzone is basically multiplayer. It almost seems like they were basically working on Warzone and they added in multiplayer later as like a second idea. But their main focus obviously was how Warzone was going to perform. It looks like they based all their weapon models around Warzone, their health system around Warzone, their footstep system around Warzone, their minimap system around Warzone, the compass around Warzone. They literally based every single thing in the Modern Warfare multiplayer around the BR. Now, that's not good. I'm going to say it now. That's just simply not good. You don't want to have to start with a BR in a Call of Duty game and then work around it. I think Battlefield did it much better. They focused on their main core game, Battlefield 5, and even though it has tons of issues, they didn't go ahead and make Firestorm, which was the name of their Battle Royale. Their Battle Royale was called Firestorm in Battlefield 5. But they didn't go ahead and, you know, first work on Firestorm and then work on multiplayer. No, they made sure the multiplayer played like Battlefield 5, and then they worked on Firestorm. Probably the main reason why Firestorm died so early is because of that main factor, but at least the Battlefield fans could still play Battlefield. But Call of Duty is different. It's to a point where it seems like Warzone is going to be the thing that's lasting for the full year, and then regular multiplayer is just going to drop dead. Nobody's going to pay attention to it, and it's going to slowly lose hype, just simply because of the fact that Warzone just plays 10 times better than a multiplayer match. Now, a lot of people can debate on this, saying that that's wrong or it's right, whatever you think. Personally, in my opinion, I see a lot of different opinions as well. It seems like a lot more people can at least slowly cater to the Warzone side of things. But multiplayer, I know so many people that rage quit in the first match and they just can't handle it. But at least they can handle it a little bit more in Warzone simply because it's a BR. They have that BR mentality. And when they go into play it, they're not expecting, you know, a fast-paced TDM, 20, 30 kills in one match. No, they're going in knowing that it's a Battle Royale. It plays different, and they understand that. I just honestly think it's kind of messed up that these developers are basing a Call of Duty game. You know, it's Call of Duty down to the core. It's not a Battle Royale series. These are Call of Duty titles. And I understand that they're trying to keep up and stay hip with what's ever going on with video games. And Battle Royale is definitely a popular genre. You know, a lot of people know about Battle Royale. It probably makes the most money out of any other type of video game out there. Let's be honest here. Games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, all these other free-to-play titles that are Battle Royales make tons of money. So obviously Activision is going to see this and they're going to want to try to follow the trend as well. So I understand why you want to put them in in all of your Call of Duty games, and I have nothing against it. You know, if it's not that much extra work, and I hear that it's always other development studios like Raven Software and stuff that puts these things together, so the other developers like Treyarch and Infinity Ward don't have to worry about doing that work, then by all means, go ahead and add them. But when it's the main focus of your video game, when every other thing in the game relates to the Battle Royale, then you kind of have an issue. Blackout was kind of a little bit like the multiplayer side of Black Ops 4, and it just wasn't as, I guess you should say, bad though. You could still tolerate it. When you come over to Warzone, yes, it is a fun Battle Royale game. I really prefer it, especially coming from me being a PUBG player. I never got into Fortnite, and I kind of enjoyed Apex Legends for a while, but no solos, as you guys obviously know. So I was always a PUBG guy, and I played more, realistic military sim type BRs. That's kind of what I gravitate towards. And I like the Warzone feel. It definitely gives me that realistic military sim. It's kind of exactly what I wanted PUBG to be. For a long time, I started getting tired of PUBG, and I kind of had a vision for it, of what I wanted it to become, but obviously it's PUBG. It's not going to change. It's still going to be PUBG. And if they try to change, it's not going to turn out good. But here we are with Warzone, and this is honestly my image of what I wanted out of a BR. And it's cool. It's great. It's fun. But the problem with it is that it's affecting the multiplayer side as well. Now, like I said, Black Ops 4 had it a little bit better. Even though the multiplayer wasn't outstanding, it was definitely a little bit more tolerable than what we have to deal with right here. Well, skill-based matchmaking being a big issue. And maybe that's why I enjoy Warzone so much more. Maybe it's just because there's no skill-based matchmaking, which was actually confirmed by the devs. They said that all their large-scale game modes like Ground War and what you're watching right here, Warzone, no skill-based matchmaking involved, just so they can make it easier to find lobbies. But smaller game modes, 10v10, 6v6, skill-based matchmaking is hefty, and that's usually what I play in Call of Duty. And that's not fun. I'm going to say that right now. It's not fun at all. That's why I usually only play Ground War, because I get a more casual experience out of it. And now I'm mostly playing Warzone because I get a casual, fun experience out of it. Their multiplayer side is just very screwed up, and it took a very, very bad path. And I honestly feel like the developers should be putting more of their focus on their actual video game, the actual core Call of Duty side, 6v6 mostly, and just how it feels, how it plays, and then worry about how the BR is going to turn out and how the BR is going to play and how it will actually affect everything else. But overall, they shouldn't have to be the same exact kind of play style. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was supposed to be a realistic, very tactical type shooter, which in the BR, it plays awesome. I like the concept. It plays good. But when you relate that tactical gameplay over to your multiplayer side, it becomes very, very toxic. Very toxic. And players just, they don't want to move. There's no incentive to move. And in Warzone, things like this, well, it's probably already over, but when you get a bounty and stuff like that, you know where they're at. They could be camping inside, and there's nobody else around you that's going to kill you. So you know exactly where they are. So you get a nice close-quartered situation where you can run and gun. Obviously, they're camping, but you can still push them and do your work. But in Modern Warfare, you can't. Footsteps are way too loud. You have no dead silence. And just the maps are designed in a specific way that just running is not a good play style in this type of game. I just think that, Warzone obviously clearly blew out multiplayer straight out of the water. I hope that in future titles, they definitely focus a little bit more on the multiplayer side. Maybe that's what Activision meant when they said that they don't think that the next Call of Duty title, whatever's coming out in Call of Duty 2020, they said that they don't expect that to make more money than what they made in Modern Warfare. Maybe that's because they are maybe putting away the BRs. Maybe they're going back to a more traditional styled COD, which definitely won't make them as much cash, but I think they could still make do with it. But guys, do me a favor and make sure you leave your opinions down below. Let me know if you think that these BRs are completely taking over our video games nowadays. Do you think that games are just specifically making their games to cater to the BR scene over what their games truly are? Make sure you leave your opinions down below and let me know. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to go ahead and leave a like. If you hate it, go dislike it. Whatever your personal opinion is, you guys know you can do whatever you want on this channel. Also, if you did enjoy this commentary, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification button. A lot of people always forget, and I'm always showing up in your homepage or your feed. And you do enjoy watching my videos, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe so you can be notified on all of my uploads. Also, you just want to chat with me or see what I'm talking about with anything video game related or something like that, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also, you just want to catch me live streaming, I do that over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.